What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 to 48 hours. There's so much news. Firstly, Lewandowski. Barcelona have already submitted their first bid to Bayern Munich. I have the exact figures for you. And currently, Lewandowski and Bayern Munich are beefing. They are fighting a lot in the media. His agent Xavi came out exposing everything, and Bayern Munich hit back as well. But Barcelona are there in the background waiting for the saga to end to sign Lewandowski this summer. And also, we do have a winger priority as well. Raphina is still likely, of course, even though Leeds stayed in the Premier League. But Barcelona do have some backup options that have been leaked, and I will confirm to you guys. And also, for Xavi, more specifically, defensive reinforcements. We have some update about Koulibaly, Alonso, Azpilicueta. And also, Barcelona are planning on making the official announcements of two new signings, Andres Christensen and Kessie, at some point this week. But of course, with all these players coming in, players in the current squad must leave. We have an update on all the players: Lenglet, Braithwaite, Mingueza, Neto, Riqui Puig, Umtiti, and also on Des and Memphis Depay. And finally, contract renewal updates. Firstly on Dani Alves and also Roberto, but the big one, of course, on Ousmane Dembele and how the new sporting director of PSG, Kylian Mbappe, wants to sign him on a free transfer this summer. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. It'll be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. And the first player that we have been linked with is, of course, Robert Lewandowski, and over the past few days, Barcelona have submitted their first bid for Lewandowski for 32 million euros plus 5 million euros in variables, and Bayern Munich have not responded yet. Firstly, coming in from Fabrizio Romano, he's come out saying that talks have now started between Barcelona and Bayern Munich for Lewandowski. An opening offer is on the table, but Bayern Munich want more and need a replacement as well. Right now, negotiations are in the early stages. Lewandowski's plan has not changed. He wants to move to Barcelona. Also coming in from Germany as well, from Sport 1 and Bild, and they've come out saying that Bayern Munich would sell Lewandowski for around 40 to 50 million euros, but not without a good replacement. This is very important to mention as Lewandowski is considered their most important forward. It will be a long summer with long negotiations. Some Bayern Munich bosses say that Lewandowski came to us as a free agent. He can also leave as a free agent. It is a sensitive issue from them. Their sporting director is under pressure, and it's important summer for him as he's also out of contract in 2023. Now, I would not spend a penny over 40 million including variables. I like Barcelona's first offer, 32 plus 5. I'm okay with that, but over 40 I'm not a big fan of whatsoever. Now, Juan Marquez was speaking with some German journalists, and he came out saying during that Twitter space that Barcelona want to sign Robert Lewandowski, yes or yes. He is the priority target. They want no other striker. Barcelona only want him. They value his experience and quality. The 32 million offer was the first one, and many more talks are expected. And I think Barcelona can make an offer up to 50, 55 for Lewandowski at most, but they will not go beyond that. For me, I disagree. I think it's either now or never for Lewandowski as well. By next summer, Barcelona's financial situation will improve further, and they can go for another striker. And also at that time, Lewandowski will turn 35. The player really wants to come right now. So again, Juan Martin saying, look, for Lewandowski, it's now or never. Next summer when he's a free agent, I don't think Barcelona will be interested. It has to be now. And he also came out saying that Lewandowski asked Thiago Alcantara about living in Barcelona, and of course the Barcelona club as well. So Lewandowski is making movements, and again, what we're hearing from Barcelona right now, it's now or never. Next summer when he's a free agent, it's very unlikely that Barcelona will be interested. Now, Lewandowski's agent, Pini Zahavi, came out speaking to the media after they've been attacking him over the past few weeks in Germany, and he came out with a big statement. I'm going to read the whole statement because I feel like it's very important for this whole entire saga. So he came out saying that Bayern Munich is history for Lewandowski. I mean, his first line straight away: Lewandowski's done. He's leaving Bayern Munich this summer. I was chosen as a scapegoat in the David Alaba transfer last summer. He made the decision to leave the club a year ago, not because I had an influence on him. It's the same with Robert. No, there was no contract renewal offer from Bayern Munich whatsoever. The fact is that Lewandowski wants to leave Bayern Munich this summer after 8 years of collaboration, during which he gave everything to the club, and now at the age of almost 34, he has a chance to realize his life dream. Robert has a chance to join the club he's always dreamt of. Why are Bayern Munich denying him this opportunity? I actually had no intention of speaking in public. I have a great respect for the historic club like Bayern Munich, but I couldn't help myself but react to the latest club statements that they've been attacking me with. A contract until 2023. Of course, they can keep Lewandowski for another year because he's an important player for them on an important contract as well, but I personally do not recommend doing that. He wants to leave this summer and none of us care about the money. The truth is that he hasn't felt respected by the board since a few months now. Bayern Munich lost Lewandowski not only as a footballer but also as a person as well. Oh my freaking god. Let me tell you an incident from last year. I came to the Bayern Munich board and met with Oliver Kahn, the sporting directors, everyone there. I asked them, what do you think about extending the contract of Lewandowski? Their answer, silence. They didn't say yes, they didn't say no, or they couldn't say they can or they couldn't. At the end of the meeting, I said, if that's the way it is, let's sell him next summer. Of course, that was last year. Lewandowski is an intelligent man and he knew what was going on around him and what Bayern Munich were planning for. He knew they wanted to replace him with Erling Haaland. Even Erling Haaland's father confirmed this to him. There is no secret in football. So there it all is from the mouth of Lewandowski's agent. Now, Bayern Munich have came out responding to this with an official statement. They came out saying that Bayern Munich have repeatedly made a statement on Lewandowski's current contract and also on the question whether or not the club will make a renewal offer to him or his management. Lewandowski is one of the greatest players in FC Bayern Munich's history. They named the whole board. I cannot pronounce their names. Of course, Oliver Kahn's there, but the other ones, whatever, have also repeatedly and publicly expressed how much FC Bayern Munich value Lewandowski and how important he is for the team. FC Bayern Munich will not comment on confidential meetings and discussions as well. So they're pretty much saying, look, we value Lewandowski. He has 1 year left on his contract. Anything can happen. That's pretty much, in my opinion, what that statement tells me. Now, finally, Sport 1 came out saying the fact that his agent, Pini Zahavi, is heading back at Bayern Munich has been already agreed and approved by Lewandowski. So Lewandowski gave his agent the thumbs up to come out and speak the truth in the media. Lewandowski is clear that he wants to leave Bayern Munich and join Barcelona this summer. Oh my freaking god. As I'm recording this video, by the way, Lewandowski has just changed his profile picture on all social media, taking away the Bayern Munich shirt and putting a shirt with his company on it. I mean, it's kicking off here, lads. It is full force. Of course, there is going to be negotiations to go through. Lewandowski wants to come to Barcelona, but Bayern Munich want a replacement. Whether it's Haller or whoever they go for, that other Stuttgart striker, they want to bring in a striker first before they let go of Lewandowski. But Lewandowski wants to resolve his future as soon as possible. The Polish manager also came out confirming this as well, saying that look, Lewandowski wants to resolve his future as soon as possible. So no doubt this saga will be continuing over the next few weeks. It will intensify over the next week or so, I believe, in my opinion. But again, the first offer from Barcelona is on the table for Bayern Munich. Now, along with the striker position, the club are also looking for a new winger this summer, and currently they have a short list of quite a few players, with of course the priority being Raphina. Now, as you all probably know, Leeds United have stayed up in the Premier League, unfortunately, so that release clause of 25 million euros for Raphina is no longer valid. But Sport have come out saying that Barcelona want to sign Raphina ASAP. Leeds United avoiding relegation does not stop the operation. There is an agreement on personal terms, and Barcelona are willing to offer around 40 million euros, and Mingueza can also enter the operation as well. So apparently now the club have set a limit of 40 million euros for Raphina. Apparently Leeds want around 50. The club going to offer some players, Mingueza being one of them, another player that we'll talk about later on in the video. But the Raphina deal is not dead. He is still the #1 priority in the winger position, but now at least staying up in the Premier League, it makes the negotiations difficult. Of course, that release clause was active. You activate it, boom, Leeds cannot say anything, but now we have to make a formal offer to Leeds United. So the operation is not dead, but just now a bit more difficult. But with this operation now being more difficult, the club do have backup options in the winger position. I'm going to go through a few names. First, the player that will not be coming to Barcelona, but was offered to Barcelona, Angel Di Maria. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Angel Di Maria was offered to Barcelona, but the club's priority for this position right now is Raphina. Also, Di Maria, being 34 years old, does not make the signing favorable. Juventus right now are in the best position to sign him, and also his wages would have been ridiculous. So of course, Di Maria, out of the question, was offered to Barcelona, but in the end, most likely he will be going to Juventus. Now, there is a new name on the table that we have been linked with in the past, I believe, but nothing concrete like it is right now, and that is Adrian Januzaj from Real Sociedad. Sport have come out saying that Adrian Januzaj is the alternate to Raphina in the winger position for Barcelona. The club has very good reports on him, and the player would arrive for free, allowing the club to dedicate the money to reinforce other positions. So Adrian Januzaj was confirmed yesterday by Real Sociedad that he will be leaving the club as a free agent this summer. Now, Luis Rojo from Marca came out back in that statement as well, but also adding that Adrian Januzaj is an option for Barcelona, but the chance of his arrival is very slim. He is going to be a free agent, which of course boosts his arrival to Barcelona this summer. Apparently, Januzaj already has offers on the table from Qatar and some Premier League clubs as well, but nothing from Barcelona at this current point. But we do have some good news coming in from Javi Miguel from AES. He came out saying that Raphina is still Barcelona's priority to reinforce the winger position. No doubt about that, despite the fact that Leeds United were not relegated. Barcelona are interested in signing Januzaj, but he is plan C or plan D. Barcelona would analyze the situation of Trincao and Collado before signing Januzaj. So right now, we have Raphina, someone else we don't know of right now, Collado, Trincao, and then Januzaj. So Januzaj's name is on the table. He is not a priority. He's there kind of just in case, like we had with Aubameyang in January. It was what, Morata, Vlahovic, and then Aubameyang last second. And Januzaj will be that option, so it kind of sucks. I think he's very, very average, man. I think he's like, is he better than no one? Yes, but he's not that good. So we'll wait and see. Raphina is of course number one, but the club will study Trincao and Collado over Januzaj, and for me, that is very, very important. But now a winger that we will actually sign in 2024 will be Endrick. Sport have come out saying that Barcelona want to close the signing of Endrick in July when he turns 16. It is considered as a strategic signing by Barcelona. He would arrive in the club in 2024. The deal would have no effect in the financial fair play for the next 2 seasons as well. So of course Endrick, the young wonder kid, he signed his contract yesterday with Palmeiras, his first professional contract. He's still 15. I believe his birthday will be coming up in July to turn 16. When he turns 16, every top club in the world can negotiate with him, and Barcelona will be there in the race to sign him. So Endrick will be one for the future, but for now, the big question is who will be coming in. Raphina is a priority, but Januzaj's name is on the table due to the fact that he will be a free agent this summer. Now, along with a striker and a winger, another priority for Barcelona this summer will be to reinforce the defense, more specifically in the center back position. Xavi wants to sign a top center back. Now, firstly, one of the names on the table alongside Jules Kounde is Kalidou Koulibaly. Mateo Morito from Sky Sports came out saying that Barcelona like Kalidou Koulibaly a lot, and he's one of the names on the club's agenda. His agent is trying to find a solution for him. Other clubs like Chelsea are also interested, and Napoli don't want to lose him next season for free. They will sell him this year, this summer, for around 30 to 40 million euros. So of course, Koulibaly's contract renewal at Napoli is still on the table. It is still a possibility, but he will leave the club this summer if he does not renew his contract. Now, the actual owner and president of Napoli was speaking, I believe, to the media. He spoke to Gerardo Romero and other journalists as well, and he came out saying that Koulibaly is a symbol of Napoli, but I cannot force him to stay. If he no longer wants to be our symbol, he has to decide for himself. We want him to stay, but we cannot force him to stay. He also went on to say that Barcelona have no money, which of course is absolute crap. So now the decision is up to Koulibaly. He has 2 options. Number 1, stay at Napoli, renew your contract, become a legend, and become the symbol of Napoli. Or number 2, leave the club, go to Chelsea, Barcelona, whoever it may be. So wait and see. But of course, Chelsea will be very interested in him because of course Ruben and Christensen, Azpilicueta, Alonso will all be leaving for free very soon. But I want to remind you guys this. I think last year Koulibaly came out saying that if I were to leave Napoli, it'll be for Barcelona, Real Madrid, or Manchester United. So I think if it was between Barcelona and Chelsea, he will be picking Barcelona. So wait and see. Again, for me, I would go for Koulibaly. I think he's a fantastic center back, and again, he's the only center back that's realistic for me, in my opinion, that can come into Barcelona and bench Gerard Piqué. We'll wait and see. Koulibaly is being monitored by Barcelona, but again, he still could renew his contract at Napoli. Now, along with a center back, Xavi also wants to sign a new left back this summer, and right now the number 1 priority, without a shadow of a doubt, is Marcos Alonso. Now, firstly, Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Marcos Alonso has not changed his plans. He is set to leave Chelsea this summer, and he wants to return to Spain, and Barcelona are in advanced talks on personal terms, but they are still waiting to know the price tag from Chelsea. So far, Chelsea did not communicate to Barcelona how much they want for Alonso this summer, but Barcelona have set a price limit on how much they will spend for Marcos Alonso, and that's come in from Luis Rojo from Marca. He's come out saying that Barcelona do not want to spend more than 5 to 10 million euros euros on Alonso, who is the priority left back. The talks with the player are advanced and he's ready to accept a small salary as well, but everything depends on the negotiations with Chelsea. Now for me, the most I would spend on Alonso is like 6 or 7 million euros. If we go above that, I'll be pissed. Of course, Alonso, I don't know why Xavi and Luis Enrique both think he's the second best left back in Spain after, Jordi Alba, even for the Spanish national team selections for the upcoming Nation League game. Luis Enrique picked Alonso over Jose Gaya, Ronaldo, and all those other options, which for me, I don't know what we're missing here, but we'll have to wait and see. But again, the club will now spend too much money on Alonso, which I agree with. But now this whole operation will depend on Chelsea. They will ask for a price from Barcelona. Barcelona will make their bid, and then we'll go from there. Now, a position for Barcelona that isn't the priority at the moment, but could be later on in the transfer window, is the midfield. Now, Samuel Marzin and Moises Maloras from ESPN have come out saying that Barcelona will target Ruben Neves or Martin Zubamendi if Frenkie de Jong leaves the club this summer. Barcelona will try and sign a deep line midfielder who will be the long-term successor of Sergio Busquets. Barcelona feel they are better covered in the more advanced midfield positions, even if Frenkie de Jong is sold, with Pedri, Gavi, Nico, and even Franck Kessie set to join. Xavi has spoken of his desire to keep Frenkie de Jong, but also conceded the club's precarious financial situation that could force them to make some difficult decisions. Signing someone like Neves or Zubamendi depends on raising funds. Ruben Neves has a contract at Wolves until 2024 but could leave this summer. Manchester United are also interested. Zubamendi has impressed Barcelona since 2019. He has a contract with La Real until 2025 with a 60 million euro release clause. Now for me, at the two, I would go with Zubamendi, but I know for a fact that Ruben Neves is leaving Wolves this summer. At his last game at the Wolves Stadium, I believe it's called the Molineux Stadium, he left crying. So if you're leaving crying from your stadium, it means your mind is set on leaving the club this summer. So we'll wait and see. Again, all depends on Frenkie de Jong leaving. But if Frenkie de Jong does leave, Barcelona are planning on signing another midfielder. Now on the topic of Franck Kessie, both himself and Christensen are said to be announced as new Barcelona players very soon. Sport have come out saying that Barcelona will officially announce the signing of Andreas Christensen and Franck Kessie on a free transfer in the coming days. Both deals are tied up and only the official announcement is missing, so expect those coming up in the next week or so. Both Andreas Christensen and Franck Kessie are expected to be announced as new official Barcelona players, but of course at the moment we still can't register them. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Now, with the club planning on signing a lot of players, a lot of the current players will have to leave the club, no doubt about that, and we do have a list of a lot of players. I'll give you guys an update on their situation in a quick fire fashion. First, coming in from Gerard Romero, he came out saying that Xavi personally called players like Mingueza, Umtiti, and Braithwaite and informed them face to face that they will not be counted upon for next season. And Mundo Deportivo came out back in that statement as well, saying that Oscar Mingueza, Riqui Puig, Samuel Umtiti, and Martin Braithwaite are not in Xavi's plans for next season, and the coach has informed them of this decision. Xavi advised them to continue their careers elsewhere, and they will now all look for an exit this summer. Thank God for that. But Mundo Deportivo also came out saying that Memphis Depay, Clement Lenglet, and Serginho Dest are not non-transferable. Their future will depend on if Barcelona are able to get a good offer or if they can be included in a favorable swap deal. How the hell is Lenglet on this list? This man might survive this summer. There is a good chance about that. Of course, he has a contract until June 2026, 4 more seasons, and he's currently on around about 100,000 euros per week. So it will be difficult to get rid of Lenglet. More on Lenglet, Javi Miguel from AS came out saying that Xavi has informed Clement Lenglet that he's not in his plans for next season, and now it's up to his agent to find a destination for him. Lenglet is aware that the arrival of Andreas Christensen and possibly another center back like Kounde or Koulibaly will take away his already reduced minutes. So according to Javi Miguel, who keep in mind is very close to Xavi, he said that Xavi has told Lenglet to hit the road and get out of Barcelona, but Juan Martí came out saying that Xavi has not yet talked to Clement Lenglet to discuss his future for next season. He has a contract until 2026, but the arrival, of course, of Andreas Christensen will make it even more difficult for him to have minutes next season. So Juan Martí, who's overall, I would say, I think we can all agree on, more reliable than Javi Miguel, saying that, look, Xavi has not spoken to Lenglet, but again, Javi Miguel, very close to Xavi, came out saying that Xavi has spoken to Lenglet and told him to hit the road. So wait and see, but I think right now Lenglet's exit will be difficult, especially with his contract. It does favor him, 2026, 100,000 euros per week. So out of all the players that the club want to get rid of this summer, Lenglet without a doubt will probably be the most difficult alongside Samuel Umtiti. But one exit that won't be difficult is Neto. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Neto has not spoken to Xavi yet, but he is aware that his future is far away from Barcelona. He tried to leave in January 2021 and also last summer, but there was no favorable offers that came his way. So Neto will leave, and of course Inaki Peña, whose loan will finish with Galatasaray, will return, and for now will be the backup to Marc-Andre ter Stegen. But in the market, anything can happen. But no doubt Neto will not be a Barcelona player next season, alongside, of course, Oscar Mingueza. Now, Sport came out saying that Oscar Mingueza is one of the players who's on the transfer list, and Barcelona want to sell him for around 5 to 10 million euros, but he could also be used in a swap deal, i.e. Raphina. Several clubs are interested. His salary is not that high and will not be a problem. So, of course, Mingueza's sale will not be an issue. The question right now is, will it be a sale, a loan with a buy option or something like that, or being included in a player swap deal? Mateo Morito from Sky Sports also came out saying that Oscar Mingueza will definitely leave Barcelona this summer. The club wants to sell him to make some profit. There are clubs interested in signing him, but nothing is advanced at the moment. The issue can be resolved though in the short term. So Mingueza will be a very easy exit for Barcelona. There are teams interested, nothing advanced quite yet. The club want to sell him, but they could hold on to him just in case to include him in a swap deal. But right now a loan looks very unlikely. But a loan that looks likely for a player right now is of course Riqui Puig. Now, Sport have come out saying that Celta Vigo are a serious candidate to sign Riqui Puig, and Riqui Puig knows at the moment that he has to leave Barcelona. Barcelona prefer to sell him for just over 5 billion euros at the moment. Another option is to extend his contract and loan him out, but his high salary right now is an obstacle. Apparently, he earns around 70 to 80,000 euros per week. In my opinion, if we sell him, we have to include a buyback option in there, because I can guarantee you if he goes to Celta Vigo, wherever team, he will play very well. So no doubt for Riqui Puig right now, all the options are open: permanent sale, loan, swap deal, extend your contract, loan, sell with a buyback option. Everything for Riqui Puig at the moment is open. Now, of course, some players that have already left Barcelona have been confirmed due to the fact that their loans have already expired. Firstly, of course, are Adama Traore and Luuk de Jong. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Luuk de Jong and Adama Traore will return to their parent clubs at the end of the season. They've helped Barcelona when they needed him, and Xavi is grateful for that, but they are not in Barcelona's plans for next season. Now for Luuk, he gave his goodbye at the Camp Nou. You've all seen that video. Barcelona have uploaded all over the place, basically confirming it. And of course for Adama, he will not continue, but it is due to the fact that his buy option is very high. And Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Barcelona will not execute the option to sign Adama Traore permanently for 30 million euros. So for 30 million euros, Adama will not be staying at Barcelona, but of course, if Wolves ask for something less, like 10 to 15, maybe 20, or would accept a Trincao swap deal, Adama has a future at Barcelona, and it could be possible that he stays. But for 30 million, he will walk away and not return to Barcelona. Now, on the topic of Wolves and of course Trincao as well, we do have an update on Trincao, and it is coming in again from the Portuguese media. They've come out saying that Leeds United could join the race to sign Trincao if, of course, they stay in the Premier League, which now has been confirmed. The player's priority right now is to return to Portugal and join Sporting. However, the Leeds hierarchy want to give him a chance in their team. Winger, get that swap deal rolling, man. I would offer 20 million plus Trincao for Raphina, because of course Trincao right now is valued at 20 million cash, 40 million. Raphina is worth 40. Bada bing, bada boom. If they want, chuck him Mingueza as well. I would offer Mingueza, Trincao plus 20 for Raphina, and that will get the job done in my opinion. But of course Trincao has to approve that deal, and he wants to return to Portugal and play for Sporting. We'll wait and see for Trincao. No doubt at the moment he's going to be leaving the club, but of course if we don't get Raphina, his player profile will be evaluated by Xavi along with Collado to stay at Barcelona instead of getting adding Januzaj. I would keep Trincao instead of bringing in Januzaj for sure, but he wants to leave. The club want to sell him right now. Sporting are leading the race, but Leeds United have also entered the race and could snatch him up. So we'll wait and see. Keep your eyes on this one. Another player out on loan for Barcelona is of course Antoine Griezmann, and the president pretty much confirmed that Griezmann is one of the top 3 players in the world and will be extending his loan move at Atletico Madrid. So no doubt about Antoine Griezmann. They will buy him next summer, but for this summer he will extend his loan by Barcelona. I think they will extend it unilaterally. Of course, it's part of the agreement. Of course, there's still some lingering rumors saying that Griezmann could still return to Barcelona, but at the moment, I think right now it's very unlikely. And lastly, players who will be staying at Barcelona, we have one quick update, and that's of course on the captains, Javi Miguel from AS came out saying that in addition to Lenglet, Xavi has also spoken with Busquets, Piqué, Jordi Alba, and Cesar Roberto to explain the project and the club's intention with each of them next season, bearing in mind that for some of them next season, it will be their last at Barcelona. So of course, the 4 captains will be staying, it will not be changed, but for next season, the season after that, some of them will be gone. Who will it be? Piqué retiring, Busquets' contract ends, Jordi Alba sold, Roberto not going to send his contract. We could have 4 new captains the season after the next season. And of course, that season will be outside the Camp Nou as well. So a lot of if, buts, and maybes. But for no doubt, this season, the 4 captains will be staying. And Xavi discussed the sporting project with them for next season and also their roles in the squad as well. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, the big one, the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. Firstly, coming in for Fabrizio Romano, he's come out saying that Barcelona's last contract offer was considered as non-satisfactory by Ousmane Dembele and his agent, but the situation right now is still open. A new meeting is expected this week in which another offer by Barcelona, most likely the final offer, will be made. Now, we are hearing reports currently from France that PSG want Ousmane Dembele, and apparently Nasser Al-Khelaifi, the president of PSG, promised the new sporting director Kylian Mbappe to sign Ousmane Dembele this summer as a replacement of the, of course, outgoing Angel Di Maria. Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona wants to resolve the Dembele situation as soon as possible and have already requested one final meeting for this week, of course, that will be taking place at some point. And finally, Helena Codes from Cope came out saying that Ousmane Dembele is very close to leaving Barcelona for Paris Saint-Germain, although he has some doubts due to Xavi's repeated insistence. A final meeting between Barcelona and Dembele's entourage will be taking place this week at some point. Now, I think he's gone. I think right now there's probably like a 1% chance he stays. I cannot see it. Of course, right now, the player who has the biggest contract in sports history, Kylian Mbappe, wants Dembele. He's the sporting director of PSG. He wants him. It's a free transfer as a replacement for the outgoing Angel Di Maria. It's a no-brainer. And if you do remember back in January, he did reach a personal agreement with PSG, but of course he did not sign a contract like Barcelona suspected. So it's there. We have to renew him this week. And of course, if he does leave, we're going to have big implications on the wing in the winger positions. You know, you have Ansu Fati and Varane. That's pretty much it. You could count Depay, but the club don't consider him. Then you're going to have to sign 2 wingers. Will Collado stay? Will Raphina come in? Trincao? We might end up with bloody Adrian Januzaj if Dembele does not renew. So we'll wait and see. The meeting will be this week. I can guarantee you by, Sunday. What day is Sunday? Let's just check real quick. Sunday, May 29th. We will know by then whether or not Ousmane Dembele will stay at Barcelona or leave as a free agent in the summer. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Dani Alves, and Sport have come out saying that Xavi and the sporting sector will make a decision on Dani Alves' continuation in the coming days. Dani Alves wants to continue at Barcelona at least until the World Cup, and if not possible, go to another European club in January. So of course, Dani Alves came out after the match against Villarreal saying that, look, I want to stay, but it's up to the club and I have full respect for them. If they say yes, great. If not, no problem. So wait and see. The club will decide. Most likely it will be a 6-month contract until December/January with the option of extending it for another 6 months. It depends if we get another right back, if Azpilicueta comes in. All these are big factors, but I think right now most likely the club will renew his contract until at least December. Then after the World Cup, they will decide again. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Cesar Roberto, and his contract will be signed tomorrow. Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Cesar Roberto will sign his contract renewal on Wednesday, the 25th of May. He has reached a final agreement with Barcelona to extend his contract for 1 more season. Roberto has taken a massive wage cut because Xavi wanted him to stay. Victor Navarro from Cope came out saying that Cesar Roberto will sign his 1-year contract extension on Wednesday. And also Fabrizio Romano has come out confirming it as well. So tomorrow will be Sergi Roberto Day. He'll put pen and paper on a 1-year contract renewal with, of course, an option of another year that Barcelona and Roberto have to agree to. And also he will take a massive wage cut. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, in my opinion, some absolutely fantastic news coming in from El Confidencial. They've come out saying that Joan Laporta and Barcelona are finalizing an agreement with CVC, Goldman Sachs, and ASF to raise around 900 million euros for the club. They want to close it at some point this week. An external consultant has also been asked to validate that this amount will not be counted as debt, but as its own funds. So apparently we're going to sign CVC, Goldman Sachs, and also ASF. Now, of course, that brings up a big question about Barcelona Studio and BLM, but to be honest, I don't care. We need to bring in a financial injection at the club to keep, of course, Frenkie de Jong and also spend that money on Lewandowski, Raphina, midfielder, Koulibaly, whoever it may be. The squad needs improvement. We just had one of the worst seasons in the club's history, and the upcoming season we need to do better and challenge for old titles. We need this money, man. And of course, if we don't get this money, Frenkie de Jong 1000% is gone, and of course other players could leave as well. Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Serginho Dest, Memphis Depay will all be considered if we do not get this financial injection coming in. And of course the deadline is June the 30th. We have about a month and a couple days left to seal this deal. Let's hope Joan Laporta and the Barcelona board can do so. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys a few updates on the match tomorrow against A-League All-Stars in Australia. Of course, the Barcelona squad is in Australia. The squad that's on the screen right now, there is some players missing. Of course, Des, Garcia, Roberto, PK, all out injured. Braithwaite went to the Denmark national team. Mingueza and Riqui Puig went to the Catalan national team. And also Neto and Lenglet had family issues. Neto we don't know about. Lenglet, I think his kid is getting baptized or something like that. And also Ferran Torres did not travel because he has a vaccine issue. Remember back in January he got COVID, he got his vaccine then. And I think for Australia, you have to have your vaccine for 6 months or something before you can enter the country. So for that reason, Ferran Torres is out. But the main reason, of course, why we went to Australia was to earn the bag. And Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona will earn 5 million euros for playing in the friendly match in Australia. So of course the squad traveled a few hours after the match against Villarreal. They spend the day today there. They'll play the match tomorrow, and after the match they will leave straight away back to Barcelona. And keep in mind the flight is like 20 hours, I believe, something ridiculous like that. So in the end, we traveled, for a couple days in order to make around 5 million euros for the club. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly about the Lewandowski saga. What are your thoughts about the beef going on between Lewandowski and Bayern Munich, and also think he'll end up at Barcelona this summer? Secondly, on the defensive reinforcements, he talked about Koulibaly coming in, Alonso and Azpilicueta. Thirdly, on the player sales, who do you think will end up leaving Barcelona this summer? You think Lenglet will end up leaving? Titi, Mingueza, Neto, Riqui Puig. How will they leave? Will Barcelona get money or not? And finally, your thoughts and your final predictions on the Ousmane Dembele contract renewal. You think he'll end up renewing his contract at Barcelona or not? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.